Of late, it's been a all heartbreak for Real Madrid. First, they were hammered by arch rivals Barcelona 4-0 in La Liga. Then it was the club feeling wronged with Vinicius Jr., their star player, not winning the Ballon d'Or award. And now the slump has extended to their Champions League run as well, with AC Milan beating the Madrid-based club 3-1 at Bernabeu. This, of course, gave fans plenty to talk about after that very sordid affair. Of course, at the center of this string of misfortunes is Madrid's biggest summer signing, Kylian Mbappé, mostly because the French captain came with a lot of promise, huge fanfare and a lot of expectations. But those promises seem to be far from the reality that Real Madrid is currently experiencing. They're currently witnessing a lackluster Champions League night against AC Milan only added fuel to the already burning fire. A muted display from Mbappé on the biggest football platform was bound to draw heavy criticism, and it did, like you just witnessed and saw across those tweets. Now, before Mbappe's arrival, the same club won the La Liga and Champions League titles. Although now they are second in the La Liga points table, they are certainly struggling in 17th position at the Champions League. The game against AC Milan highlighted the biggest area of concern for the club: failure to convert the chances that they create into goals. They created 23 chances, 10 were on target, but only one was converted, and it was Mbappé who missed plenty of those chances. And while the AC Milan game was the tipping point for fans, Mbappe's failure to convert many of those chances and opportunities into goals has been a long-standing one. In 15 matches across all competitions, Mbappé has scored 8 goals and assisted twice, which amounts to less than a 1-goal contribution per game. Quite average for a player of Mbappe's stature, because the very same Mbappé had a different sort of a run when you look at what he did in Paris. At Paris Saint-Germain, the same Mbappé scored 256 goals in 308 matches and assisted 108 goals too. In simpler words, Mbappé at least had more than 1-goal contribution every time he walked onto the pitch. The same seems to be missing somewhat at Real Madrid. Now, the reason behind this could be Mbappe's change in the position he plays at. Now, Mbappé has played all of his career on the left wing. All his goals came from the left side of the field. But given Real Madrid already has an established player in Vinicius in that very same position, Mbappe's role shifted to more central or towards right at Real Madrid. But is that an excuse for the kind of showing that he's had? Because in the past, we've seen footballers adapt according to their team's requirements. The biggest example is, of course, Mbappe's role model, someone he looks up to, Cristiano Ronaldo. He started his career at Manchester United as midfielder, later as a winger, and then moved to a more centrally attacking role. When Ronaldo made a move to Real Madrid, his role shifted from that of a winger to a striker too. The same was the case with Lionel Messi as well in his career. He's played as a winger, midfielder and playmaker when the team has needed him to. That's what great players are able to do. They're meant to do and do extremely well, which is adapt and execute to perfection. So clearly, Mbappé needs to figure a way to adapt and deliver, something former Real Madrid great Karim Benzema also believes.
The problem, in my opinion, is that Mbappé is not a central striker. Even with the national team, every time he plays as a number 9, he doesn't feel right. I don't think he's going to push Vinicius to move. He's the best player in the world at the moment. Mbappé needs to get it into his head that today he's a number 9 and forget about the left flank for a while.
What's interesting to note here is the fact that while Mbappe's arrival may not have changed Vinicius' role in the team, it certainly impacted the formation of the side. Jude Bellingham, who loved being a more attacking midfielder, has gotten more defensive. That is the biggest change Madrid has had to make to accommodate Mbappe. So clearly, that has affected Madrid's chances too in the overall scheme of play, which makes it even more imperative for Mbappe to get used to this role. I understand Mbappe hasn't had the best days in the Spanish capital. In addition to his football performance, he has endured some battles off the field. Mbappe was not allowed to play the Olympics, many even questioning his commitment towards France. The matter escalated further when Mbappe skipped National League matches because of an injury, but then turned up for Madrid and was even spotted in a bar later. And then there was, of course, the rape case in Sweden that he's being linked to. Safe to say there's a lot going on right now for Mbappe to even comprehend and handle. But now is the time for him to show his champion mindset, because he isn't an average player. We know that, a World Cup winner with plenty of goals and an established star at the age of 25. His team believes in him. Given how Vinicius and the rest have hyped him during the matches, maybe it's time Mbappe believes in himself too and embraces his current role, because time is certainly ticking for Mbappe and Madrid.
But it's a completely different story on the betting market.
Elon Musk, the tech visionary who is backing Donald Trump.
In New York, the Dow Jones and Nasdaq dropped over 3%.
Joining Putin in flexing muscle is his dear friend Xi Jinping.
The U.S. law calls for a presidential poll to be held on the Tuesday.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
I like that.